Hi everyone, welcome back to Bougie Doll Life. If you're new here, my name is Katrina and today we're going to be working on part 5 of my cardboard dollhouse and using all recyclable, well mostly recyclable materials to build my dollhouse. And if you have missed all the other parts, I will link it in the description box down below. So today we're going to be working on the kitchen, and the recyclable items that we're going to be using for the kitchen is leftover Velveeta boxes. Okay, this is a genius idea that I came up with because I've been collecting all the stuff that I used for this dollhouse. I've been collecting over months because I've been planning on doing a cardboard dollhouse for a really long time, and now it's actually happening. So these are some Velveeta boxes that I saved because I was like, they could be perfect cabinets for a kitchen. And then I have a third one that's going to be the overhead cabinet for the kitchen. So first we're going to work on the actual countertop, which I'm going to take 2 of these Velveeta boxes and I'm going to glue them together. And I measured this to my doll and it's the perfect height. Let me see if I can show you how tall it stands by. I think it's about 6. Let's see. It's 5.5 inches, but it hits right at my doll's waist. So now I'm going to cover it with some contact paper, and the contact paper that I'm going to use is this marble contact paper that I got from Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this whole piece with the marble contact paper. Okay, so now I have the counter covered in contact paper. Now some people like functioning countertops and things like that, but I've come to the realization with having a lot of kitchens and dollhouses that I never use them. I'm just being honest. And I have one functioning kitchen in my mansion dollhouse that I use majority of the time, and I barely use the cabinets. That's why I'm choosing not to make my kitchen functional, because I use it mostly for photography, if I could be honest. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and make some faux cabinets for the drawers. And for the faux cabinets, I'm going to make it out of this leftover cardboard box that was a pasta box. I did use some of it for my bricks when I did do the bricks in part 1. So I'm going to use the rest of this to make my faux cabinet doors. So I'm just going to measure out the size of each door and how wide I want each door to be. Okay, so I cut 2.5 by 5.5 inch strips, rectangles, to be my faux cabinets. So I'm gonna have it on this side because I want my sink to be right here, which I did order a sink from Amazon. And I'm going to go ahead and cover these 2 pieces to be my faux cabinet doors. And for that, I'm going to be using this wood grain contact paper. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel this off. Okay, and then I'm going to lay it flat on my cutting board, and then I'm going to take the 2 pieces and lay it flat on the front piece of cardstock from the pasta box. And then I'm going to take my other piece, space it out a little bit, and just have that right there. And then I'm going to cut around it and leave some pieces to fold over so it could have crisp edges. So let's go ahead and cut it. So I'm just gonna cut some of the end off. So now for each corner, I'm just going to cut it so it'll be easy to fold. And then I'm going to fold it over like that. Then any excess pieces, I just go ahead and cut it off. And then we have our door. Okay, perfect. And so now we have our full cabinet door. So I'm going to do the same to the other one. Okay, so we have both full doors. So I'm going to bring back our cabinet piece. And now I'm just going to go ahead and glue them in place. So now we're gonna work on the top counter. So for the top counter, we just need one piece of the recycled Velveeta box, and I'm going to cover this with that same marble contact paper. Okay, so now we're going to make cabinets to go across here, and we're going to go ahead and do the same cardstock from the pasta box. So I'm going to measure out some square cabinets to go onto this part of the kitchen. Okay, so before I add the cabinets in, I want to flip it onto this side, and I want to add some fairy lights. I made 10 holes in the bottom of the cabinet, and I'm going to go ahead and poke the fairy lights into those holes. Okay, so the fairy lights are in, and I made a hole on the side right here to hold the box. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue it with the opening right here. So for now, I'm going to turn off the fairy lights. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my faux cabinets, which I'm just going to add one here, one in the middle, and then we have our third one right here. So let's go ahead and glue it down. Okay, so for the oven top, because I'm using a printable for my froggy stuff for the oven, so I want to make a flat countertop. So I'm just going to paint this piece of cardboard black. It measures about 2.5 inches going up and about 3.5 inches going to the side across here, and I'm just gonna paint it with this black acrylic paint that I got from Amazon. I have a pack of these. I will link it in the description box below, and it's called Mars Black. So I'm gonna go ahead and just paint this whole piece black because I want the top of the stove to be a flat black top. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, and while this dries, work on an island for the dollhouse. So we're going to take another Velveeta box. This time I cut out the middle, and then I took another one and cut out the middle. So then the middle of the island can be open so the dolls can sit in between. And then there's also a little shelf space, and then this will be the front of the island right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these two pieces together. Then I'm going to cover it with the same marble contact paper like I did for the countertop and for the cabinets. Okay, so now we need to make the countertop. So for the countertop, I'm going to take this piece of cardboard that measures out to the top of the island, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it with some more wood grain contact paper. I want to give this kitchen a very neutral, calm, relaxing vibe. I don't know if you guys catch on with all the marble, the whites, and the light wood tones, but that's the vibe I'm going for. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this. All right, let's go ahead and glue this on top of the island, and then we can see how the kitchen is looking so far.
This paper clip holder that I got from Amazon, I think I paid around $7 for it. This is a new version of it because it used to come with metal, but they used to always break all the time. I showed them in a previous video, but now they changed it to where it's plastic and it's more durable. So I will link this one down in the description box below because I'll highly recommend this one because you don't want a metal one that's going to break on you. So I will link this down below, but I'm going to go ahead and glue it into the kitchen. Okay, so our kitchen is complete. So I want to turn the kitchen lights on to see if it's working. I didn't cover this right now because I don't feel the need to, but you can cover this with contact paper if you don't want this to show. But let me show you how it looks without my studio lights. So the lights are off. Let's turn on the kitchen light. All right, so that looks so good. Absolutely love this space. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already do at Bougie Doll Life, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.